Hi, welcome back to the world of algebra. In this lesson, we are going to do factorization. Now, what is factorization? It's actually the opposite of expansion. Now, because its opposite is slightly harder, I always like to joke with my students that nobody actually walked backwards. Well, there's one exception. His name, Michael Jackson. He walks backwards, but he has really passed away. So in the world, I don't think there's anybody who can walk backwards as well as he did when he was alive. Alright, so okay. Now, in fact, there are four ways of factorization. Today we are only going to look at the two. Alright, the two factorization. Okay, now the first one, 15ab minus 10a. Now you ask yourself, now the very first way of factorization is taking out the common terms. You have to ask yourself 15 and 10, what do they have in common? Well, they are all multiple of 5, so write down a 5. And then is that all? A, B and A, well, A is common, so write down A. Is that all? Nothing in common. Okay, so then we open up bracket. 5 times a number that give you 15, well, the answer is 3. A times what to give you AB? So A times B. Minus, just copy down. 5 times 2 will give you 10. Well, A times 1 will give you A. Alright, so that's the answer. Okay, if you don't quite trust your own working, or you think that you have made a careless mistake, all you need to do is just expand it out, see if you can get this answer back. If you can, you're right. It's as simple as that. Okay, let's move on to the next question. In this case, compute with factorization. Most of the time you write down dot dot dot, please no calculator. Alright, okay, no calculator. If you use calculator, you get a 0. Now how are we supposed to do this? Well, not by working, not by calculator, but by factorization. Ask yourself the same question. What can you see that they have in common? Well, it's as simple as 287. So we write down 287 multiplied by 47, right? Okay, 287 times 47 plus, okay, we take this out, plus 53. You see that? Bring it out. And what is 47 plus 53? Well, it's 100. So if you do some very quick math, 100 times 287, all you need to do is just add 2 more zeros at the back, and you got the right answer. Really simple. Well, the next question looks very intimidating, but it's exactly the same thing. Some students just can't see it. I would like to maybe I'll just write it down somewhere here. Imagine we have a capital X W minus capital X V. What is common? Capital X. So we just bring a capital X, W minus V, right? Capital X times W, capital X times negative V. In this case, it's exactly the same thing. A plus 2B, A plus 2B. That's something that they have in common. So if you just take A plus 2B, alright, bring it out. What we leave behind is W and a minus V. Right, we take this out, 2A plus 2B, we leave minus V behind. That's the answer. This multiplied by W, A plus 2B multiplied by negative v. Now, last but not least, now in this case there are 4 terms, and strictly speaking it's not taking out whatever is common because nothing is really in common. You talk about z, only these 2 terms have. You talk about a, only these 2 terms. When you talk about y, only these 2 terms. When you talk about b, only these 2 terms. So in this case we have to do something called grouping. We group these 2 together first, these 2 together first. Okay, so in this case we do factorization. Az plus bz, we have z in common, so a plus b. Now in this case we have okay, I'll just do it long way, alright, okay, not wrong but long way. Okay, in this case can you see that y is common, so I just take y out and I'll be leaving negative a, negative b behind. Okay, you see that? Positive y times negative a will give you a negative ay. Now, then we run into a problem. In this case, a plus b and minus a minus b are not the same. Don't you think we're in trouble? Well, not exactly for those who are more experienced. You can actually tell that they have something in common, and that is negative 1, negative 1. So we can bring out the negative 1. Okay, so I'll just write this down, z, a plus b minus, okay, since we take out minus 1, so minus y, a plus b. Okay, now we have exactly the same thing, a plus b, very much like this question over here. So it's as simple as a plus b multiplied by z, okay, and negative y. Okay, now some students will actually ask me, what if I have a plus b here and an a minus b here? Well, more often than not is because the student himself or herself had made a careless mistake. There will never come a time a plus b, alright, okay, let's say this is v, and then minus a minus b w, alright. In my next lesson, I'll talk more about this type of question. Alright, in the meantime, if you have any question, feel free to call me at this number, and this is my email. My name is Yuman. Thank you very much.